It appears the big corporations are at it again. Henry Cavill just can't catch a freaking break. He's one of the best looking actors that dedicates himself to his roles in the entire world right now. Like, he looks like Superman ripped right out of the comics. He was great for Geralt of Rivia in The Witcher, but none of that matters. Doesn't matter how many people actually like him and will pay to see him. Who cares? And he's a big nerd too. So you look at him. I mean, he is a physically big nerd, but you wouldn't think he's a nerd just by the looks of him, because he looks like the stereotypical jock. But he spends all his free time. Well, now he's a dad, so I don't know. But he spends all his free time reading and watching nerdy things, playing Warhammer 40,000 or 40K, however you want to say it, and painting models and that kind of stuff. So he really is a huge freaking nerd that really cares about the stuff that he's in. He really cared about Superman, he really cared about The Witcher, and he really, really cares about Warhammer 40K, and now that might be ripped away from him, because we're not allowed to have nice things, and neither is Henry Cavill. But we're going to get into all of that here in just a moment. I am Troy. This is Marks on TV. I hope that you will enjoy the video that is about to transpire. And if you are new here, I hope that you will please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the little bell to be notified every time we post brand new content. I post new content every single day of the week, Monday through Friday, be it shorts, long-form videos, or what have you. Now, let's get into it. We're going to CBR for this one, so it's not bias in one way or another, left, right, or either way. CBR is pretty good. So is comicbook.com. They don't usually have a political slant or a socio-political slant on anything, whereas I will fully admit that I use a lot of That Park Place and Bounding into Comics that has a right-wing kind of slant to it. Even if the stories are true, they do have a slant on them, and I will be more than willing to admit that, but this does not. Henry Cavill might lose his dream role in Warhammer 40,000 adaptation. Henry Cavill has departed two major franchise roles in a row, which I talked about. I'm going to scroll past that. He's set to be in the Warhammer 40K adaptation. It's been being worked on by Amazon. It's going to be on Prime Video, supposedly. But let's get into this. I'm going to zoom in just a tiny bit, actually, because even though I'm fully zoomed in, I want you all to be able to read along with me. Here we go. However, per IGN, Amazon's Warhammer 40,000 film and TV series, I didn't know they were making a film. I knew about the TV series. Adaptations that would involve Cavill, nice spell check there, may end up getting shelved. The annual financial report from Games Workshop, God. It mentioned the deal with Amazon for the exclusive rights to Warhammer 40,000, and there is an apparent snag. In December of 2023, Games Workshop set a time period of 12 months to work with Amazon to agree on creative guidelines for the films and television series to be developed by Amazon. It was further noted that the deal will only proceed if creative guidelines are mutually agreed between Games Workshop and Amazon. Henry Cavill will be in the Highlander reboot, by the way. But either way, at this point, more than half of that time has passed, and now there are about 5 months left for the deal to be finalized. Time running out could potentially exasperate a resolution to the situation, But if talks continue to stall, it could end up getting squashed by the end of the year. That would be rough news for Cavill, who is set not only to star as the main character for the franchise, but to serve as an executive producer across all parts of Warhammer 40K franchise that are developed by Amazon Studios Productions. A lot of that, I know I did videos earlier, earlier in this year, I believe, about Warhammer changing things and adding female custodies, even though there had never been female custodies. And I'm learning more about Warhammer through these videos that I'm doing and a little bit of research and comments on YouTube and Rumble. So, by the way, thank you all for commenting on YouTube and Rumble. Please keep it respectful. A lot of people have fought with me, fought with my commenters and my subscribers. It's a little annoying, and people don't take you seriously, and people won't actually listen to you if you come in hot and like a jerk right off the bat. But if you're honestly trying to educate me or one of the commenters, because like I said, I'm not a player of Warhammer 40K, but I've been doing research, and from what I can tell, it's true. There have never been female custodies. This is a new thing. And then Games Workshop tried to gaslight everyone instead of just being like, it's an addition, we're changing things, we're retconning, whatever. They tried to gaslight everyone and been like, no, they've always been here. East Asia has always been at war with, Oceania. But anyway, yeah, so they're changing things, and like I said, gaslighting the players, which is not a good move. And people were pushing back, and they're like, okay. And then they started making other changes and just really like disrespecting the fans. And they made a few comments in the past about the fans being bad guys from WW2, and they had to go back and kind of reword things. I don't know if they misspoke, but it was just bad timing. The way, like, if they did misspeak, it was really bad timing with everything going on to insult your fan base. So I really don't know if any boycotts hit them hard. I don't know. It seems like they're not doing hot right now. So this Amazon deal could be a big thing. But some people believed that it was Amazon behind the retcon and kind of disrespecting the fans and all of that. And it really well could have been because they said, well, Amazon wants more female main characters, and the Custodies are going to be the main characters, so you got to have a female protagonist in there because, of course, it's freaking Amazon Prime Video. So, of course, they're going to have a female Custodian in there, whether she belongs there or not. So, and they're blaming a lot of this because Amazon Prime Video has antagonized fan bases in the past. So they're trying to give Games Workshop the benefit of the doubt in that way. I don't know if that holds any water or not. It could be real, but I don't know. I did want to get into a little bit more of what this is saying here in the article to finish up. Henry Cavill is really looking forward to Warhammer 40,000. Quote, "It is the greatest privilege of my professional career to have this opportunity," Cavill previously said about his excitement for taking on the project during a Happy, Sad, Confused podcast interview. Quote, "I can't say too much. Again, it's early days still, but to have this opportunity to bring it to the screen and be at the tiller so it can be faithful is key to me." And that's the thing, and he goes on to talk about how much he loves Warhammer, etc., etc. He really does. And he's proven how much of a Warhammer 40K fan he is, and a big nerd for it. It's not a cheap hobby, I'll say that. It's very expensive, which is another reason why I don't get into this or Dungeons and Dragons or anything like that. None of those are like super cheap hobbies, especially Warhammer. It's very expensive to get into for the models, and the paint, and just everything that goes into it, and the books and whatnot. But this is just another disrespect. If this is true, it might be Amazon wanting to trample over Warhammer more. Oh, we got to make it our own. We got to change it. We can't have it. We can't have lore that we have to stick to. And maybe Games Workshop is holding their ground and saying, no, if you're going to make a Warhammer show, you're going to make a freaking Warhammer show. And that was a big reason why Cavill left The Witcher, if anybody remembers, because Netflix was just trampling all over Andrei Sapkowski's work and disrespecting it in every way they could. And look, I like The Witcher, but it's hard to argue that it's not like the books. It's really not. And Cavill was tired of it, and he said, okay, I stuck through my contract obligations. I'm gone. And now they had to replace him. And now he's doing Warhammer. And this is more important to him than The Witcher even was. So if they disrespect this, I don't know, man. It's not a bad look, or it's not a good look, I should say, for Amazon. You don't know who's in the right here. So I don't know. I'm just guessing, but Amazon has repeatedly stabbed fan bases in the back, be it through Lord of the Rings with their stupid Rings of Power show that's absolutely abysmal, and then they talk crap on fans for daring to dislike their garbage. They did the same thing before that with the Wheel of Time. Wheel of Time book fans are not a fan of the stupid show. It's very boring, and apparently it goes off of the source material quite a bit. So this might just be another thing of Amazon screwing the fans over. But let me know what you think down in the comments section. Poor Henry Cavill, man. Do you feel bad for him? Do you think that it's Amazon's fault? Are you blaming Games Workshop? Do you think it's a little bit of both with some Henry Cavill mixed in there as well? Just, let me know down in the comments section what you think about all this. Also, if you want to read the article, it is linked down in the video description. I thank you all for being here with me today. If you could, before you go, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell to stay notified every time, Monday through Friday, I post brand new content. I even posted a Saturday video a couple of weeks ago as a little bonus for you all, if you like wrestling and figure collecting and all that. But I am Troy. This is Marks on TV. Thank you all for joining. We'll see you next time.